if you guys want a really fun and cheap way to get yourself some FIFA coins, then check out FIFA Jackpot in the description down below. What you can do is you can open these crazy packs, get some crazy players, and get some crazy coins. If you want to do so, remember to use discount code KURT5 for 5% off. We'll also work on FIFA 16. Woo! What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new FIFA video. Today we're going to be looking at the worst ratings EA have given to players in FIFA 16. There's some pretty bad ones that have been announced so far. So today we're going to look at the worst ones. Don't forget to comment down below what you think is the worst rating EA have given to any player. And also if we could smash 1,000 likes, that would be absolutely amazing. Smash that like button, like I said, 1,000 would be amazing. Also sub if it's your first time watching one of these vids. So without any further ado, our first player is Jordan Henderson. Now he's 79 rated. You may wonder, Jordan Henderson probably deserves a bit more, doesn't he? I think he probably does, especially considering he's the cover star. But most importantly, Mikel Arteta has 81 rated. He got a +1 upgrade. Arteta had barely played for Arsenal last season through injury. I personally don't really rate him that highly. The fact he's 2 ratings better than Henderson absolutely blows my mind. Next up, Mario Balotelli. Now, I've not got someone to compare Balotelli to, but it's Mario Balotelli. I mean, the guy had a stinker last year, barely scored any goals. I know he's gone back to Milan and will probably score more, but the fact he's an 80, and when you'll see some players that have done way better than him last year, I don't think 80 is too fair. I think he should at least be 79 at the most. Now, Hector Bellerin. Of course, there's going to be one Arsenal one where you're probably all going to say, bias, bias, bias. But in my opinion, he deserves to be in the squad over Matthew. Well, he gets in the squad over Matthew Debuchy. He's better than Debuchy, as you're going to see here, but Debuchy is an 80 rated player. Now, Debuchy's managed just 14 games in all competitions since he joined Arsenal last summer. Granted, he had injury, but since returning this year, Hector Bellerin is still managing to keep him out the side because, in my opinion, Hector Bellerin's a better player. I think he should at least be a 75 gold, but yeah. Next up, we have Mauro Icardi. This was one when I tweeted out. I got hundreds of tweets saying definitely Icardi should be higher rated. I don't really watch much Italian football, so I can't really comment on it. But I did look at some of his stats, and this in particular, the fact he is the joint top goal scorer last season with 22 goals in Serie A, considering how poorly Inter did, for him to score that many goals in that Inter side and to only get a 79, I personally don't think that's very fair. He should be high rated. 79 shooting as well is pretty poo. Next up, we have Harry Kane. Here we go. I have to have one to equal out my Arsenal bias, don't I? Harry Kane should be higher. I mean, EA use him for a lot of promotional images, stuff like that. That alone made me think he should be higher. 78 rating is not really that good. I would have said 80 would have been fairer. But when Adebayor is 79, granted I hate Adebayor, but Harry Kane right now is a lot better than Adebayor. Now, go back 5 years, Adebayor was better. Sure, we can all admit this. But right now, based off probably the last 2 seasons even, that's how bad Adebayor has been. Harry Kane is a better player than Emmanuel Adebayor. So how Adebayor has the same shooting and high rating, don't know. Now, Dejan Lovren. I don't need to put another player next to Dejan Lovren to tell you why Dejan Lovren should not be a 79 rated player. Dejan Lovren is terrible. He got absolutely bantered off last week. I can't even remember who it was, but it was a player absolutely destroyed him on that right hand side. He fell over like 6 times. Dejan Lovren shouldn't be a 79 rating. End of the Dejan conversation. Mayer, Alexandre Mayer. This one is an interesting one. I've got a few bits of stats for him. Now, this guy had a fantastic season last year. He played a bit deeper a couple of years ago and he's moved up to a striker. And he's only a 79 rated striker. Now, personally, I think he should be at least in the 80s. There's a lot of strikers that haven't scored as many as him. If you look here, he scored the most in the Bundesliga last season by 2, scoring more than Robert Lewandowski, even the 87 rated player, Bas Dost, Aubameyang, 2 other strikers, and Robin, of course, a winger. I think that one's harder to compare. When you look at this, he scored a ridiculous amount of goals there. It wasn't just that his goals were good, it was that he scored them in a really small amount of games. That is crazy goals to game ratio. The guy should have at least an 80 rated card without any shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. Next up, though, Simon Mignolet. I've just put it straight on the screen here. The guy kept the second most clean sheets last year. He had a terrible start to the season, granted. Second half of the season, he played fantastically. In my opinion, though, he should have had his downgrade last year, not being the rating he was. I think it was 82. And then got an upgrade this year. I don't think he deserves to be as low as 78. To get the second most clean sheets in the league, playing with Lovren in front of you, you've got to be a somewhat decent goalkeeper, and I think he should be a little bit higher than 78 at the very least. I personally think the guy deserves at least an 80. He's definitely become a lot better since being dropped, and a good goalie in my opinion. Next up is Diafra Sakho. Now, the fact this guy is a 74 is not that mental. I mean, West Ham they've done really well. He had a good goal scoring record last season. I really like Diafra Sakho. I think he's injured again, but he started the season really well. Now, I don't have a big problem with Diafra Sakho being 74, but I do have a problem with Enner Valencia being a 76 rated striker. Now, when it comes to goal scoring, Enner Valencia is not a better goal scorer than Diafra Sakho. The fact he has 2 better shooting is ridiculous. Now, pace, maybe he has more pace, but Sakho is a better, more clinical goal scorer, and the fact that he has lower ratings than Valencia is completely wrong in my opinion. But, boys, that is the end of this episode. Let me know what you think of this. I thought I'd do something a little bit different, kind of investigating into the stats. Comment down below if there's any players that you think have really wrong ratings. Mesut Ozil probably should have been in this video, but we'll keep that one a secret. I hope you guys did enjoy. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.